Yeah, I kind of did a deep dive into my heart, and I wrote a book. And that was something I didn't know if I'd ever do. I thought maybe it would take me my whole life, but it turns out it just took me quarantine. And I bought a fishing boat, and I've been spending a lot of time in the water looking for gray whales and bonding with my kids. And I made an album, and I produced a couple of albums by other artists. So my year has been prolific and full of sorrow and reflection and empathy. But it's a year I'll never forget. It's been really powerful. I think I've been out on the road for my whole adult life, since I was a kid. It's just been hotel rooms and venues, and I've loved every single second of that. I'm kind of a born entertainer. That's who I am. But I always wondered what would happen if I stopped for long enough to kind of look inward, and I'm really happy with what did happen, but I'm ready to get back on the road again. It was weird. It took me like 5 weeks to write the first 85% of it, and then it took me 6 months to end it, because with the pandemic, how it was, I just didn't know where the world was going and how it was going to end, and the election hadn't happened yet, and there were so many unanswered questions. It felt weird to end something. So, in theory, it took me like under a couple of months, but then the ending took me an epic amount of time. Man, it was so gratifying. Thanks for asking it. It was like big life examination. It probably saved me thousands of dollars in therapy. And, but now that it's done, I'm nervous now, because it's like real intense exposure. And I'm like, how's everybody going to feel that's talked about in it or not talked about in it? There's a fallout that I didn't expect, but I'm ready for it. And, it's the next phase of my life. I'm about to be 40, so.